changing earth. Already in the previous video I explained you how the plates which are present in the lithosphere will move on the mantle. Okay, now in today's class we are going to learn about by which forces, with the help of which forces these plates are moving. What are the reasons for the movement of these plates? Okay, see here, you can find two figures. You can find two figures here. So in this figure, observe carefully, earth crust. Earth crust, that means we can call this as lithosphere also. So this earth crust consists of so many plates. You can find different colors, yellow, green, okay now. So all these colors, each color indicates one plate. South America plate, Africa plate, Australia plate, Eurasia plate and North America plate. Okay, all these are the plates present on the earth crust. Okay, so these plates moves very slowly. All these plates will move very slowly. Okay, very slowly means of 1,000 years 1 millimeter 2 millimeters like that. Okay, and all these plates will move on the molten magma. See here you can observe this total earth crust. Okay na, this is total earth crust, and under that we can find some molten magma. Okay na, this is present in mantle layer. Okay, mantle layer. In this mantle layer, molten magma will be present. This is a hot liquid. Okay, now always it boils, and some pressure will be applied on this plates. Okay, now from this magma, some pressure will be applied on these plates. That's why these plates will move very slowly.
Magma, which is coming from the mantle, will exert so much pressure on the plates. Due to this high pressure, the plates move apart. You can see here how the plates were moving and how the present continents were formed because of this movement.
See here, there are two types of forces which cause the movement of earth crust plates. How many types of forces are there? Two types of forces. What they will do? That means what the forces will do? They will cause the movement of the earth plates. Okay, now just movement of the earth plates. So the first force is endogenic force. The first force is endogenic force and the second force is exogenic force. Okay, now let us see what is the meaning of endogenic and exogenic. Here endo means inside. Endo means inside. Genic means origin or birth. Okay now, the forces which born inside of the earth. See this figure. Let us consider this shape as the earth, and for this earth inside, endogenic force. Some forces are applied on this plates from the inside. Okay, these forces are called as endogenic forces. Endo means inside, genic means born or origin. Some forces born inside the earth crust. Okay, now that's why they were called as endogenic force. And next, exogenic force. Here exo means outside. Exo means outside. From out of the earth crust, that means out of the earth crust, some force will be applied on the mantle. On the crust. You can see here, exogenic means outside. From the outside, one force is acting on this earth crust. That's why this force is called as exogenic force. Okay. Endogenic means from inside of the earth crust. Exogenic means from outside of the earth crust. Some forces will be act. Those forces are called as endogenic and exogenic. By seeing this figure, we can identify from outside force is acting, that is exogenic. If the force is acting from inside, that is endogenic. Okay? See here, the classification of the forces which cause the earth movement. This is a classification of forces which causes the earth movement. One is endogenic force, second one is exogenic force. This endogenic force is two types again. One is a sudden force, another one is diastrophic force. Diastrophic force means slow movement. Okay? Slow force. Here, because of sudden forces, earthquakes will come, volcanoes will erupt, and landslides also occur. Okay? We will discuss in the next slides about earthquake, volcano and landslides. Okay? And diastrophic forces, that means the forces which act slowly from the inside of the earth, and that will cause building mountains. So nowadays we are seeing some mountains now. All those mountains are formed by diastrophic forces. And the other side, exogenic forces. Okay? These exogenic forces are caused by weathering, erosion, deposition. Okay, now these are the three main elements. Now let us see about earthquake. Volcano. So first of all, let us discuss about the volcano. This is a figure which represents the volcano. Volcano means what actually? What is the meaning of volcano? Here you can see a volcano is a vent. Here vent means opening. Opening means some hole is present. One hole is present inside this volcano. In this land structure, one hole is present. That hole is called as vent or opening. Okay. It is a vent or opening in the earth's crust through which molten material erupts suddenly. Erupts means coming out. Here you can see some molten means hot liquid. Material is coming outside now. Through one vent. Through one vent, some hot liquid is coming outside. That's why this total structure is called as volcano. Okay, volcano means a vent or opening through which some hot molten material will come outside. Okay? See here, inside structure. So this is a crust layer, okay? And this is mantle layer, mantle. In the mantle layer, magma will be present. Magma means hot liquid. And this place is called as magma chamber. From this magma chamber, okay now, whenever the earth plates are moving, okay now, high pressure will be created. Here, high pressure will be created. Then the hard liquid will come outside through this vent. Okay? Through this main vent. Hot liquid will come here. Before the arrival of that lava, ash, so much ash will come. Okay? Na? Ash, dust, smoke, all will come. After that, suddenly the lava come outside. Okay? Next, earthquake. Here you can see some cracks. Okay, now one big crack we can found on this land. This is earthquake. Okay, now see here. Observe the figure carefully. See here. When the lithospheric plates move, like this, okay, now then the surface of the earth vibrates. See here, you can see some vibrations. Whenever the earth plates moves, then some vibration will come. The vibration will come on the surface of the earth. The vibrations can travel all around the earth. The vibrations will travel around the earth. Okay? And these vibrations are called as earthquake. The vibrations which are formed on the earth crust because of the movement of plates is called as earthquake. Because of this earthquake, so much damage will occur. Okay? So much damage will occur. And the land also breaks. The earth crust breaks into parts. So see here, mainly in this figure, some important terminology is there. That is, first one, focus. See here, this circle, red color circle. This is called as focus. Focus means the place in the crust where the vibration starts. From one point, from one place, vibration will start. That place is called as focus. Okay? Focus means the vibrations started from this place only. That's why this place is called as focus. Next important terminology, term is epicenter. Epicenter means here, epicenter. Exactly above this focus on the earth crust. The place on the surface above the focus. Above this focus, one place is there. That place is called as epicenter. And seismic waves. Seismic waves means the vibrations coming from the focus. From this focus, vibrations will come now. Vibrations. Those vibrations are called as seismic waves. The vibrations will move in the form of waves. That's why they are called as seismic waves. You can see the waves, seismic waves. Okay. Next, at the center, effect is more. At this center, okay na? At the center of these waves, the effect, the damage is more when we compare with the other places. Okay. So for everything measurement will be there. In order to measure the weight, we will use the balance. Okay. In order to measure the length, we will use scales. In the same way, how to measure the intensity of this earthquake? How to measure the earthquake? Which device is used to measure the earthquake? See here, seismograph. Seismograph. This is seismograph. Okay, na? Seismograph means a machine used to measure the earthquake. A machine used to measure the earthquake is called as seismograph. And see one more thing, Richter scale. Richter scale means the magnitude of the earthquake is measured in the Richter scale. That means how much intensity that earthquake has, how much strong that earthquake, how much destruction that earthquake will cause. All these things will measured by one scale, that is Richter scale. See here. Whenever the earth crust vibrates, then the graph will come like this. If the magnitude is high, then the intensity, the damage is more because of that earthquake. When the magnitude is less, okay, then that means intensity or the destruction caused by the earthquake is very less. And here you can see very less. That means the intensity is very less. Okay, here one scale is used to measure the earthquake intensity, that is Richter scale, and the entire device is called as seismograph. Okay, see here, in this device you can find one paper, and on it some like this structure is present. This is called as Richter scale, and this total device is called as seismograph. Seismograph is a device used to find the earthquake intensity or find the earthquake. Let us see how to protect ourselves from the earthquakes. See, precautions during the earthquake. Observe these two figures. What they are doing? So the first thing, if it is not possible to escape outside, just stay under any one table or bed or anything. Okay, now we have to hide under the tables. Then we can protect a little bit. Next, it is possible just escape to outside. Go to any empty place, open area. Okay, now. So by doing these two things, we can get protection. We can save ourselves from the earthquakes. Next, landslides. Landslides. See, a slide means what? Slide means moving from one place to another places whenever there is some slope. Okay, slide means slipping or moving from one place to another place whenever there is a slope. Especially these landslides will occur in the mountain areas or hilly areas. See here, this is total. The land which is present on the slope of the mountain, okay, it slided and fall on the road. Next, here also you can see how the land is sliding, and here, okay, especially these landslides will occur in the hilly areas or mountain areas. Okay, because of these landslides also so much problems are there. It may cause us human loss. Whenever a person is moving along this road, then there is a chance for his death also. Okay, now, and some economic loss, the vehicles also damages. Okay? These are the problems due to landslides. Now what? The movement of the earth because of some slow force, that is diastrophic forces. Diastrophic means the force which acts slowly on the earth crust and it will change the structure of the earth crust. Okay, see here, whenever this is one plate, this is one plate, these two plates are moved slowly and collided. Okay, when they collided, then some mountains like structures are formed. Okay, mountain like structures are formed. So uplifting of the earth results in mountain. Uplifting means, see here, like this, uplifting, moving upside. Because of this movement, the mountains are formed. Okay, so all these are related to endogenic forces. In the next class, let us discuss about exogenic forces.